Be me, library staff, professional quiet enjoyer, been here long, fluorescent hum, normal, a sea rattle. It's going to be one of those days. Know the rules by heart, the official ones on laminated signs, and the unofficial ones that live in everyone's eyes. No loud talking, no phone symphonies, no personal drama at the desk, no, can you believe he texted me that, near the hold shelf, and absolutely no flirting. Built my entire personality around being the human embodiment of, please lower your voice. It's worked for years. And then Monday happens. Monday, doors open. Morning patrons shuffle. Someone returns a book that smells like soup. Another asks where the bathrooms are. Everything normal. Then she walks in. New hire energy. Confident stride like she owns the Dewey Decimal System. Relaxed smile. Hair neat. Posture easy. Vibe loud even when she's silent. And she just arrives. Introduces herself at the desk like she's not entering a temple of whispered judgment. Hi, looks like we're working together. Friendly, I nod. Do the standard welcome to the rules thing. Switch to my default setting, polite wall. We are, and just so you know, this is a library. She blinks, then smiles wider. I noticed. That's why I'm whispering. And somehow her whisper is louder than my normal voice. My brain. This is going to be a problem. My face neutral. Stone statue with employee badge. Within the first hour. She breaks at least 3 unspoken rules. Leans too close when she asks questions. Stands in my personal space. Holds eye contact an extra beat too long. Smiles like she knows exactly what she's doing. And the worst part, she never does anything reportable. She asks about procedures. Where do we log damage returns? Leans in, close enough I can count her eyelashes. My soul files a complaint. I answer like a robot. In the system, under condition notes. She nods slowly like I'm explaining something intimate. She watches me stamp due dates, like it's a performance, like I'm doing ballet with office supplies. I ignore it. Can you show me where the returns go? I point. Standard librarian gesture, arm out, finger extended. She steps closer. How about now? I'm still pointing. She tilts her head. You're very serious. At work. Short answer. She hums thoughtfully. That's good. I like serious men. My brain does a hard stop. My face stays calm. I look at her. I don't date coworkers. I expect the normal outcomes. Awkward laugh. Quick apology. Retreat behind professionalism. She does none of that. Good. Then this will be interesting. Rest of the day. I catch staff watching us. Raised eyebrows, tiny smirks. Someone accidentally takes the long route past our desk 3 times. They're waiting for drama, for sparks. Closing time. Chairs get pushed in. Lights dim to end-of-day sadness. She stretches. Well, first day survived. Barely. She laughs, grabs her bag. See you tomorrow, serious man. I nod. Tomorrow. She pauses at the door, turns back, drops her voice even lower. Oh, I'm not flirting. I raise an eyebrow. Good. She smiles. I'm just like this. Anne leaves. I stand there longer than necessary. Then another second. Then pretend I'm checking the returns cart. Tell myself, MILFs aren't my type. Confident coworkers are worse. And yet, my stomach does a weird little, this is going to be a long week flip. Tuesday. Realize something important. She's not flirting. She follows every rule. Technically. Voice stays low. Hands stay to herself. No inappropriate comments. No lingering touches. But her delivery is a weapon. Could you help me reach that shelf? She points. The shelf is not high. It's barely above eye level. Anyone with a functioning spine could reach it. I stand anyway. She steps aside, then steps back in, just close enough I catch her perfume. This one? Yes, perfect. You're very reliable. I step back. You don't need to narrate that. She smiles. I like appreciating good work. Circulation desk, stack of returns. So, how long have you worked here? Long enough. She tilts her head. That's vague. That's intentional. She laughs quietly. I like mystery. Not relevant to shelving. She nods. Noted. Slow hour. She appears beside me, too silently. You're very calm, she says. At work. And outside of work? I glance at her. Also calm. She hums. That's unfortunate. For who? For me? My brain screams. My face stays flat. This is flirting. She smiles, unbothered. No, this is conversation. Flirting would be inappropriate. I exhale slowly. Right. Later. She helps a patron with the catalog. Patient. She's actually good. When she comes back. Do you always follow rules this closely? Yes. She considers. Must be exhausting. It's peaceful. She smiles knowingly. We'll see. Threat, promise, unclear, closing. She passes me. You did great today. I nod. So did you. She stops. You don't sound annoyed. I'm not. Good. I'd hate to be distracting. She leaves. I stare at the returns cart. Repeat the rule again, like a prayer. I don't date coworkers. I don't date coworkers. I don't. Wednesday-ish. After closing, we're reshelving. Library quiet. She slides a book into place, glances at me. You're very disciplined. Is that natural, or did you train yourself? I don't look. I trained? She smiles. I can tell. Why does that sound like praise? Enough. Deploy the rule again. I should be clear. I don't date coworkers. Expect pushback. Expect teasing. Expect the classic, oh, come on. She stops, turns toward me. Okay. Just okay. And somehow that disarms me so hard I speak before thinking. That's it? She raises an eyebrow. What were you expecting? An argument? She smiles knowingly. I don't chase people who are uncomfortable. I just make my interest clear. And you're clear. Yes, very. We keep working. Silence stretches, after a minute. For what it's worth, I respect boundaries. I noticed. Then, like she's casually discussing book genres. But boundaries can change. People do. I glance at her. You're patient. She smiles. I'm experienced. I almost laugh. Because of course she is. Because of course she says it like that. She signs out for the night. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow. She pauses, turns back. For the record, I wasn't planning on breaking your rule. I nod. Good. She leans in just enough to make it impossible to ignore her point. I was planning on waiting until you broke it yourself. Then she leaves. I stand there longer than necessary. Again. Why do I keep doing that? Thursday. Catch myself checking the schedule. Not because I need to, because I want to know if she's working. This is new and I hate it. She walks in 10 minutes late, hair slightly loose, jacket half off, and I feel relief. She passes me. You look disappointed. I don't. She smiles. You do. I glare at a stack of returns. Throughout the shift, I do things automatically. Save books for her cart, leave neat little notes like, handled this already, time my break so we're in the same space. She leans over my desk and whispers, you know you're staring. I don't look up. I'm monitoring inventory. Of course, very intense inventory. I finally meet her eyes. This is still a library. She nods solemnly. And you're still adorable when you're lying. She gets the look. She enjoys the look. Later, she helps a patron again, explains a fine, calms someone down, handles an awkward complaint. She's competent under pressure, and my brain does the worst thing possible. It admires her. Near closing. I repeat the rule again. I don't date coworkers. As we lock up, she stretches. Long day? Yes. She glances at me. You look tired. I'm fine. She studies me. You know, you don't always have to fight your instincts. I pause. Instincts get people in trouble. She smiles. Only the ones they ignore. She stops at the door. Oh, we're staying late tomorrow. Inventory. I nod. Right? She walks backward like she owns the hallway. Try not to miss me too much. I don't answer. She laughs quietly and leaves. Friday afternoon. Slow day. The library is bored. Patrons browse like ghosts. I'm by the desk, doing nothing, pretending it's productive. 2 coworkers whispering nearby. Badly, I catch my name, then hers. She's confident, someone says carefully. That's one way to put it, another replies. I don't look up, but I speak. She's professional and good at her job. Silence. They weren't expecting me to defend her. She's just a lot, someone mutters. I finally look up. So is half this building. No one complains when it's useful. And that kills the conversation instantly. Later, she finds me by the returns cart. You scared them. I corrected them. She smiles. Same thing. She watches me for a second. You didn't have to do that. Yes, I did. She doesn't argue, just looks quietly pleased. Night inventory. After hours, rows of shelves, clipboards. She walks beside me counting under her breath. Her whisper is still too present. You're very methodical. Occupational hazard. She smirks. I noticed you're protective. I glance at her. About work? Of course. She says, of course, like we both know it's not the whole truth. Halfway through she stops, looks at me directly. You're not uncomfortable with me. You're uncomfortable with wanting me. I don't answer immediately, because she's right, and I hate when people are right calmly. I don't break rules lightly, I say finally. She nods. I know. And if I do, I don't want it to be impulsive. She smiles softly. That's actually very attractive. I exhale slowly. Please stop making this harder. She laughs quietly. I'm not doing anything. Near midnight we finish. She closes her clipboard. Thank you for not pretending I'm a distraction. I meet her eyes. You're not. You're a colleague. She steps closer. And something else. She finishes the last checklist. You've been quiet. I'm thinking. She smiles faintly. That's dangerous. For librarians or for me? She considers. Yes. We sit at the main desk, paperwork spread out like a shield. She leans back. I meant what I said earlier. About what? About not pushing. I don't need you to break your rule for me. I study her face. That's exactly why this is hard, I admit. She tilts her head. Because you're used to people pushing back? No, because I don't feel like I'm defending myself. She nods slowly. I like you. No agenda, no strategy. That's not subtle. She smiles. I told you. I'm not subtle. I don't want this to be a mistake. She doesn't joke. Neither do I. If we do this, I want it to be intentional. She stands, steps closer. Then let's take our time. No shortcuts. I nod. That's new for you? She smiles. For you, worth it. We lock up together, walk into the cool night. No library rules out here, just streetlights and choices. At the door she stops. So, still not dating coworkers? I look at her. Still not breaking rules impulsively. She grins. I'll take that. She turns to leave, then pauses. For what it's worth, I like the way you decide things. Saturday, I invite her for coffee. She answers immediately. Okay. We meet at a small cafe across town. She arrives in jeans and a sweater, hair loose, smile easy, and I realize I've never seen her not in work mode. She sits across from me. So, does this count as dating? I said one coffee. She nods seriously. Very lawyer of you. I smirk. Old habits. Conversation flows. She tells me about her kid, about schedules and priorities, about how confidence came from necessity, not ego. I listen, and the more she talks, the more the MILF joke in my head dies quietly. She pauses. You're looking at me like you're surprised. I am. Why? You're softer than you let on. She shrugs. Libraries do that to people. And for once it sounds like a real answer. When we leave, neither of us rushes. Outside she studies me. I don't need this to turn into anything dramatic. Good, neither do I. She smiles. But you're thinking about it? Yes. She steps closer. For the record, I like that you didn't give in easily. I smile. I like that you didn't push. She nods. Fair trade. We part without a kiss. Walking home. One thought settles cleanly. The rule didn't break. I rewrote it, and tomorrow I'm not going to pretend it was just coffee. Late night, library already closed. There's no one else in the building besides you. We stay late again. Officially, reports. Lights dim, building humming softly. The air feels different. She finishes typing, leans back. Well, no rules left to hide behind. I smile faintly. No, just choices. She stands, walks toward me. You still sure? Yes, I answer. That's all she needed. The kiss is unhurried. She smiles against my mouth. Still think MILFs aren't your type? I chuckle quietly. I think I was wrong about a lot of things. Later, we broke every library rule in a small room, having a great time together. Later, lying beside her, I realize what I expected to feel: guilt, regret, the fear of consequences. And what I actually feel is calm. She rests her head on my chest. I never expected you to say yes. I run a hand through her hair. I never expected to want to, I admit. She smiles. Life's funny like that. Yes, it is. Next morning, we walk into the library together. Same desks, same shelves, same rules on the walls, same little signs that say, please whisper. But everything feels different. I don't date coworkers. That rule was never about fear. It was about timing, about protecting my peace. And this happened exactly when it was supposed to.